a lot of times people just are who they are. And you're looking at Shannon, his brand has never really been anything that said he might not be into some of the things that we're learning, right? You could go back to the IG Live, or you could listen to some of the things that he promotes as sponsors of his show, or just certain ways he talks about women during nightcap or whatever it is, right? Like, okay, never hid that. And that's not illegal.
This is a shakedown. I'm gonna be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans.
For him to offer $10 million says that there might be some truth to this, because I'm not offering nobody no $10 million if I know I didn't do anything. And I think the only reason that $10 million didn't work, Killer, I want to know how you feel about this. I think the $10 million didn't work because the pimp need his cut. You know, just allegedly. I'm not saying there is a pimp, right? Let me give you. It's just an idea. This is just an idea, right? So if there's a pimp, right?
So we all know about the report of a $100 million deal for Shannon Sharpe and his king empire of Shay Media. Duh, made a ton of sense. But now as I look back on it, that $100 million deal was reported. And did she know that deal was happening? Or she didn't know? Because on Friday, it was reported, and on Sunday, she filed. Now, I could get a work week, Monday through Friday, but then you gonna file on a Sunday? What happened between Friday and...
When fame collides with controversy, the internet doesn't wait to pick sides. The Shannon Sharpe saga is no different, from shocking allegations to a potential $100 million fallout. But what's really going on behind the headlines? Are these recent events a setup, or is the truth about Shannon finally coming out? Let's break it all down. 1. Shannon's allegations, an old story. Resurfaces, Shannon Sharpe, one of sports media's biggest names, now finds himself drowning in disturbing accusations that seem to stretch far beyond one incident. It all began with Gabby, a 19-year-old who accused Shannon of inappropriate, manipulative behavior. What makes her claims stand out are the leaked texts and voice messages. Messages so explicit and uncomfortable, they shocked even longtime fans. Phrases like 25,000 for each cheek and violent threats on leaked phone calls painted a deeply unsettling picture. But Gabby isn't alone. Back in 2023, Shannon's ex-girlfriend Michelle filed a lawsuit describing years of abuse and control in their decade-long relationship. She accused him of emotional trauma, forced sexual acts, and stalking after their breakup. These aren't isolated claims. They mirror Gabby's story almost detail for detail. It's a disturbing pattern. Adding fuel to the fire is an older incident involving a female production assistant at FS1 who allegedly accused Shannon of choking her during a lighthearted moment gone wrong. Though no lawsuit was filed, reports suggest Fox and Shannon quietly settled the matter behind closed doors. All of this paints a troubling picture, one that Shannon's team insists is false and financially motivated. They've denied every claim, calling them part of a shakedown led by attorney Tony Busby. But then came the bombshell. Reports revealed that Shannon offered Gabby $10 million to settle quietly. That raised a serious question. Why pay that much if you're innocent? The court of public opinion has been swift. Fans once amused by Shannon's boldness are now combing through his old content with fresh eyes. His behavior with women on shows, IG lives, and interviews, once dismissed as just jokes, now feel dark, even predatory. The vibe has shifted, and Shannon is struggling to keep control of his narrative. 2. Ryan Clark's stand, truth or betrayal. Amid all the chaos, Ryan Clark stepped up, and he didn't hold back. The former NFL star and respected sports analyst called out Shannon in a way that stunned fans. Ryan didn't directly say Shannon was guilty, but he made one thing very clear. This didn't surprise him. Ryan highlighted that people in the industry have known about Shannon's questionable behavior for years. Whether it's his tone toward women on air, his late-night IG lives, or sponsorships promoting overly sexualized content, Shannon's brand has always flirted with controversy. Ryan didn't say anything new. He just said what others had avoided. His comments hit harder because they came from someone close. This wasn't a hater taking shots. This was a friend, possibly a former one, standing up for truth. Ryan said if Shannon is innocent, he hopes the court clears him. But if he's guilty, he hopes the women involved find justice and peace. Ryan's stance broke a long-standing silence, and as soon as he spoke up, others started paying attention. Forums that once hyped Shannon began revisiting clips, dissecting his language, and asking hard questions. Ryan may have risked a friendship, but he forced a conversation the industry needed to have. His move also exposed something deeper, how powerful figures are often protected until someone close dares to speak. Ryan's decision might have cost him personally, but it may lead to real change in how media treats allegations like these. 3. $100 million deal or media setup. What's real? Here's where things get even messier. Just 2 days before Gabby's lawsuit hit headlines, news broke that Shannon was close to landing a $100 million media deal. The timing? Way too convenient, and people noticed. Some believe Gabby's lawsuit is an attempt to derail that deal. Others say Shannon's team leaked the deal news first to make the lawsuit look like a money grab. Whichever theory is true, one thing is obvious. Someone is playing chess behind the scenes. It didn't stop there. Reports claim Shannon had already offered Gabby $10 million in mediation before the lawsuit went public. When that failed, damage control kicked in. His legal team called the case a blatant shakedown, painting Gabby as a clout chaser with an OnlyFans past. But Gabby wasn't backing down, and neither was Michelle. Then came more fallout. ESPN reportedly asked Shannon to step back. Disney, watching its image closely, also began distancing itself. Suddenly, the empire Shannon built with charm, confidence, and boldness looked like it might fall apart overnight. Theories swirled. Was the $100 million deal leak meant to paint Shannon as a target? Or did someone close leak it to kill his value before the lawsuit went public? Either way, public focus shifted. Instead of the allegations, people were now debating whether Gabby was just after money. And that shift may have worked, temporarily. But as more messages leaked and old patterns emerged, the story stopped being about money. It became about power, protection, and abuse. Fans and former supporters started turning. His charm, once magnetic, began to look like manipulation. What was once edgy now feels predatory. This isn't just a scandal, it's an identity crisis. Shannon built his media image on being raw, real, and fearless. Now, those same traits are turning against him, and if the court case doesn't take him down, public opinion just might. Outro. So what's really happening? Is Shannon Sharpe being set up, or is this the truth finally catching up to him? Either way, one thing's clear, this story is far from over. Let us know your take in the comments. Do you think Shannon can recover, or is this the end of his media legacy? And if you want more raw, unfiltered stories like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and stay tuned. There's a lot more to come.